YouTube, hello friends and people in virtual world, welcome back to Baggy's TMD and welcome to another What's in the Box. Don't forget to hit subscribe and smash that like button if you are enjoying the channel. Just looking at some of the old stats, 95% of you aren't subscribed to the channel. Why wouldn't you want to subscribe to this channel, guys? It's me talking crap constantly. Anyway, today we're going to have a quick look at the Hadley Page Hampden. This is a 1/72 scale airfix model. Number A04011. Picked this up 6 months ago from a well-known Facebook auction site. If you don't know who I'm on about, go and have a look. I've brought no end of my kits off them. Some very nice kits for sale on there. So yeah, let's say this is the Hadley Page Hampden. Seeing if we've got a bit of bump on it. That's all in Spanish, and I can't read Spanish. So yeah, the Hadley Page Hampden was the RAF's trio of twin-engined medium bombers, along with the Whitley and the Wellington. It played a major part of RAF's night bombing campaign until its relegation to other duties such as torpedo bombing and mine laying in 1942. Nicknamed the Flying Suitcase due to its very narrow fuselage, the Hampden suffered from being underpowered and vulnerable to enemy fighter attack. This relegated it from a daylight bombing to first night bombing, then torpedo attack and mine laying. So we're looking at the length of this is 226mm, so 22 centimetres. Width's going to be 239mm, so that's with wingspan, and there is 123 pieces in it. We have 3 schemes. We have number 49 Squadron RAF out of Scampton, 1940. We have 106 Squadron out of Finningley. And we also have a Swedish Air Force version, 1938. Quick call of all the colours you're going to need, but we're not going to be using Humbrol colours on this. Let's have a look at what it is. I believe this is a slightly older kit. Oh, just noting, it's made in India. I don't believe that the decals are cartograph. These are just bog standard Hornby ones. So we'll have to have a check of them. Big bag of bits. This is how you can tell it's a bit of an older kit. Just comes in one big bag. Instructions. Little note on the Airfix Club. I don't actually know if that's going again yet. And we have some decals. Let's just shake them out of there. Pop the box to one side. So yeah, let's say these aren't cartograph decals, but looking at them, they are quite nice. Quite liking the look of number 49 Squadron with a little Pinocchio there. Not many decals, but the ones we do have do all look very nice and in register. We've got some really small ones down there which are looking quite nice as well. Imagine these all go down quite nicely with some salt and set. So we'll have a look at the kit in a minute. Let's have a quick dive into these instructions. Bit more on the Hadley Page Hampden there. Pretty much all the same as what we've just talked about, just a bit more in depth. Older style instructions, these from Airfix. A lot of the crappy matte paper. Doubt there'll be any colour. Little bit of telling you what you need to do, what all the assembly icons mean, and we go straight into the plane. So it is an old kit, very basic. Cockpit just there. Little stall for a little dude to sit on. So then, yeah, cockpit, 2 fuselage halves together, and we start on the rear wing section. Some bombs, like a bomber turret at the front. It just looks very narrow. So then we got rear section comes to the main section. Putting the bomb bay doors. Looks like we can have a couple of options of either having bomb bay doors open or bomb bay doors closed. Probably do a closed version because we're going to have wheels down, so you're not going to see underneath anyway. So yeah, bombs going in. Sorting out the 2 wings with the landing gear. Now, you've all had a good new year, guys. We are doing this on the 1st of January, so I hope your 2021 is going to be a damn sight better than 2020. It can't be much worse. But yeah, so now we've got putting our tyres together, wheels all going in. Doesn't look like you can do a wheels up version of this, but I suppose you'd be able to modify it so it'd work out quite nicely. And we've got the engine details there, A, B, C. Looking at it, A has that part on it. I'd imagine B must have a different part on it then. Yeah, A and B has that. A can have that one as well. Different exhaust options. More bombs. These ones just go underneath the wings, so it looks like you've got a bomb bay on it and some underwing armaments. And then onto the colour schemes. So basic colour schemes, pretty much standard for RAF. Green and brown on top, black underneath with a couple of little highlighted bits of gold by the looks of it. Yeah, they do look like gold. Same with the, so that's 106 Squadron and 49 Squadron. Aircraft flown by Roderick Babe Leroyd. Victoria Cross. That'd be another interesting one to do. I believe we already have a Victoria Cross bomber to do. I think it's the Wellington. There's got a little bit of historical significance to it, so we'll probably go for that scheme. Then flipping over to the Swedish scheme, which is just green on top, grey underneath with a little bit of matte black for company. That's quite a nice simple scheme actually. So yeah, pretty standard old school airfix instructions. Still got the old Hornby logo, so these have got to be a few years old because they haven't used that for a long time. Let me just spin around and grab my knife wherever I may have put that. 2 seconds. I popped it somewhere. There it is. I'm just getting ready to spray the Jaguar again for a little thing for the 580 Club 4 Scale Model World 2021, which we're all hoping goes ahead. So we are in. Let's just carefully pull these sprues out. So we do have a separate little bag with all the clear bits in, which look like they're quite nice as per normal. It's what we expect. Looking at this already, it does appear to be raised panel lines. Let's just spread these bits. Yeah, this is an older kit because you've got all the numbers internally. It's always a good sign of an older kit out of Hornby. I keep saying Hornby, Airfix. Airfix, Hornby, same difference. So, it's not raised panel lines, but it's raised rivets. That'd be fun when we start sanding this thing together, wouldn't it? So there we go. All the bits are out. So we'll start off with the. What should we do? We'll start off with the wings actually. So nice set of wings. Not much flash. In fact, I can't really see any flash on them whatsoever. Like I say, we've got raised rivets all over, absolutely covering this aircraft. So lots of detail. Just a little bit of flash around the tips of the wings, but see if I can get you in there just to see the raised rivets on that. It is absolutely covered in raised rivets. This is going to be a pain to sand if we've got to do any sanding to it. So here we've got rear wing section, a little bit of the cockpit there, some control stick there. Engine cowlings look quite nice. A little bit of detail on the actual engines themselves, which is looking quite nice. Like I say, you can tell it's an older kit. It's got all the numbers internal of the parts. It's always a bit of a giveaway. So we've got wheels are very bleh. Yeah. No detail whatsoever for the wheels. We might see if we can get some aftermarket wheels just to get a bit of presence. The landing gear is looking quite nice and fine. There's a little bit of flash just floating around on there. Couple of little, the ailerons there that go together. We have one of the propellers, just a tad of flash on it. Got some little details inside. Some more little bits and bobs with some details on. So yeah, not looking too bad there. Same again for this one. Another propeller. Once again, a little bit of flash on the propeller. Absolute ton of armaments and bombs, which are all looking quite nice. If you don't use the bombs on these, you'll be able to use them on something else, I'm sure. And we have the two bomb bay doors, so we've either got closed or open. Seam down it, the seam looks a little bit rubbish on that. Don't know if you can quite see. It doesn't look very smooth, but we can get around that. A couple of other little bits and bobs there. They look really, really delicate, and we'll probably break them before we even get them onto the aircraft. We have 4 crewmen on this. We do. The crewmen are quite nicely detailed. That bloke there's got a little oxygen mask on as well for high altitude. There we've got the exhaust for one of the versions. Ailerons, another rear wing section. I believe that'll be the excuse me. That'll be the wheel well doors, looking quite nice. And then onto the main fuselage itself. If you just put these together, you'll get a rough idea of how thin that plane is. I can see why they call it the flying suitcase. Now that's ridiculously thin, isn't it? Let's have a quick snap together, see what the fit's sort of going to look like. Yeah, we're gonna have some. I reckon we're gonna have some fit issues with this and sanding down them raised rivets, because once again, this is absolutely covered. Can you get it on the camera? Yeah, we can. Look at that, absolutely covered in raised rivets. A couple of little bits of flash on it, but nothing too major. So that would be the Airfix Hadley Page Hampden. Let's get you there so we aren't in the light. Hadley Page Hampden. Like I say, picked this up. I think I picked it up for about 15 quid, so not too bad for a kit I haven't seen. It would go quite nicely with the Hudson we have. It will. That's another small bomber. And obviously the Wellington as well. Hey, if you enjoyed this little inbox review there, guys, like I say, don't forget to hit subscribe and smash the old like button on the videos. It's really helping push the channel forward now. We're up to like 210 subscribers, so hopefully YouTube algorithm's starting to help out a bit, and you're all going to see the absolutely fantastic content we do on this channel. See you later, guys.